everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos. Okay, as we head into the Primetime Emmy Awards on Sunday, September 19th, we are continuing to celebrate and highlight some of the most important and our favorite inclusive LGBTQ nominees, including, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race, who has 11 nominations this year, including Outstanding Reality Competition Program, which they've won every year since 2017. Season 13 felt especially important, and today I'm so excited to be chatting with two of the Fierce Queens, Season 13 winner Symone and runner-up Kandy Muse. Come on over, ladies. Well, I mean, this is quite the backdrop. How does this feel?
It feels great. We're immortalized on Melrose.
It feels wild, yeah.
I mean, we got to talk about Emmys because, you know, Drag Race has been a favorite for a long time, but I think looking back on season 13, it felt so impactful, it felt so important. Why do you think this season was so special, besides the two of you making it to the finale?
I was gonna say because of us.
Yeah.
No, I think it's because of when it was shot and when it was filmed and when it aired. Like, everyone needed something, and drag always turns the party, honey. So I think that was a major reason why it resonated so much for them.
Yeah, I think definitely filming the show during the pandemic and then having it air still during the pandemic, it gave people hope because they saw these creatures going to the big machine that is Drag Race, fulfilling their dreams, and I think it gives people like, okay, we can go back to normal. At some point, we can go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know how many times I've heard like, your season is what got me to quarantine.
Same.
Yeah.
And I think what's so interesting is, you know, we have loved Drag Race forever. We've known it's the best thing, but now the rest of the world is really catching up. Emmys are obviously paying attention, the Academy. Why do you think all of a sudden it's not just our community that is loving Drag Race?
I think because people kind of, I think drag, it gives people hope in the sense that if we can literally create something out of nothing, we create these whole different personas, I think people resonate with that. And people really attach to it because they want to do that in their life. So I think that's not a gay, straight, bi, anything. That's just a human being thing. So I think that's why people are just so in love with it.
I think people are bored. I think people are bored with being normal and are bored with life. I think people see us, we go, I mean,
look at us.
It is
in the
not even
daytime.
11 in the morning and we are out here dressed like the most fabulous things in life, and people are just, they see these creatures and we go out into the world and we do these fabulous, amazing things, and maybe you might not get it at first, but you're intrigued and you want to know more and learn more. And, you know, my family, people who have never watched Drag Race are now watching Drag Race and are obsessed. It's like, you just can't get enough of it.
Definitely can't get enough of it. And, you know, thinking about the history, 13 seasons, I think with this season specifically, we are having such important conversations around race, around minorities, around inclusion. You know, for the two of you, I know it was so important, you know, incorporating into your outfits and stuff. Tell me about what it was like to get that opportunity to, you know, be on the show, but also use this platform for social good.
It was everything, like, you know, especially, like, I keep saying when it was filmed, like, everything was happening. It was just, like, a lot going on in the country. And I just felt like I have this opportunity to say something, so why not do it? And encourage other people to listen and learn and do the same. So, you know, it was just that was the only thing that really went through my mind.
Yeah, Kandy, for you, one of our Latinx queens.
Yeah, you know, when we went to go film Drag Race, there was a lot happening in the world, and I think that going into Drag Race, you always want to go. Yes, you want to go because you're fat, you're this fierce drag queen, but there has to be a message that you bring to the platform that you're given. Drag Race is now this huge platform. We get to travel all over the world to meet the most amazing people and the most amazing fans. You have to go in there with the mission of at least trying to make the world a better tiny little place. And going in there, I wanted to represent for the bigger girls, the brown girls, the Latin girls from back at home. And I think that with our season, we had a lot of diversity, and I think that we hit a lot of topics during our season.
Yeah, and I think with GLAAD specifically, we like to celebrate our shows that inspire conversations, inspire change. So tell me what it was like to be on the show and then connect with so many young queer fans who felt represented, who felt seen, who felt like they looked like one of you.
It was a beautiful thing. Like, it never surprises me, or it gets old when I get to travel and hear that people were inspired by what we did or what I did specifically. Like, because I always think about, like, it did a lot for me. I wouldn't be here without the show. So, like, the fact that I get to return that for someone else is, you can't. It holds a lot.
Yeah, you know, we were just in London together, and just seeing how wild and crazy and passionate the fans were over there, and it just makes you think like, oh my God, it's not Drag Race is not just an American thing; it's a worldwide thing where now people look up to us, and I still sometimes find it a bit like, oh, I'm a role model to some people because growing up, a lot of the girls on, you know, I did the Brady Bunch special where like Bianca and Shay, I'm just like, oh my God, these are girls that I look up to. So now being down for young little children, it is wild, but it feels good and it feels correct.
It feels correct. I know, and it's when we see those shows or we see those films or, you know, read those books that make such an impact. Do you remember the first time you saw Drag Race and what that was for you?
I remember it came on. It was like it had to be a rerun. It was on VH1. It was like 12. It was like 12 at night or something like that. And I remember like stopping and being like, "What is going on?" Because I saw RuPaul, and I knew who RuPaul was, but I was like, what's going on here?" And I remember being like, "Oh shit, and I mean like, wait, you can put on a wig and some hair and some nails and say and do whatever you want to." I was like, "Oh, this." We didn't start something now.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember watching season 1 on VH1. It was very late night, and then I think it was the first time I saw a Ru girl in person was I bumped into BB Sahara Benet at a Starbucks. I remember it was on 49th Street between 7th and 8th in Hell's Kitchen. I remember.
No, exactly where you were.
And she was tall. I was like, oh my God. And you know, watching season 2 and 3 and 4, you're like, okay, I think I can do this. And then it's a goal to get on the show. So getting here and being there, like being inside of the television, wild. And I would never forget watching season 1, just being like, what the hell is going on?
Kandy, you know, we're still in the middle of All-Stars 6, but I'm just saying, if that opportunity came your way, what would you say?
You know, I know at some point I would say yes to All-Stars. However, before going to All-Stars, I feel like I must do some self-growth, some self-loving before going back on television. Because when I go back on All-Stars, the only thing I didn't achieve on my season was the crown. So when I go back on the show, I would love to win, and I want to show the difference between what I was back in season 13 to what I will be in the future.
All right, Symone, let's look at it. September 19th, Primetime Emmy Awards, RuPaul's Drag Race, 11 nominations. If RuPaul wins again and the show wins again for your season, what would it mean for you?
I mean, everything. It means like, the fans love the show, and the fans love who we are, and the people love it. We garnered a lot of people and support, but like to get that from an establishment like that, a gang, I mean, like, come on, it's magic. And I was on the season, honey. Oh snap, we were on the season, so that's even better.
It's wild because the season's already won a few awards.
Yeah.
You know, don't get it twisted. But being 11 Emmy-nominated season, we were on that show, and those nominations wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for our amazing cast and our amazing sisters. We put that together during a pandemic where fabric stores were closed to even get together for the show. The wig shortage, mama. So if we win or lose, it's amazing to be nominated. But winning,
I want to win.
Oh, we want to win. We want to win. Winning would just like be the cherry on top of like the closest chapter of what was season 13.
Well, you know what? I think we've got a winner, baby. You know what? Everyone, just a reminder, Emmys are Sunday, September 19th on CBS. RuPaul's Drag Race, 11 nominations. These two fabulous ladies. I mean, good luck. We'll see.